guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a look on this MAC kit here. It is called the Irresistibly Charming Glitters and Pigments. It's in the shade purple. I posted a photo to my social media today. I posted it to Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, and I asked you guys to choose which one you wanted me to do a tutorial on, and I got an overwhelming response of you all preferring the glitters and pigment kit. So that is what we went with today. This is going to be a talk through, so if you don't have time for this, girl, I suggest you go do what you got to do and you come back, because it's definitely a talk through. And I chose to do a talk through because you guys have been leaving so many comments on my videos, and a lot of you guys have been saying that you want me to do talk throughs instead of just my sped up videos. So I'm trying to give you guys what you want. I'm trying to adjust as the times roll. So that is why we're doing a talk through today. But girl, I absolutely love this look. Okay, this look is everything. Can't forget to mention, before we dive into this tutorial, we hit 10,000 subscribers a few days ago. I legit feel like I'm dreaming because I remember when just like a month ago I hit 5,000 subscribers and I couldn't believe it, and now a month later we're at 10,000 subscribers and we're still growing like nobody's business. So I am so grateful. I obviously want to welcome all of my new subscribers, and for all of my returning subscribers, I just want to say, hey girl, welcome back. It's so good to have you back on my channel, girl. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'm side-eyeing you right now because I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed to my channel at this point. I mean, if you've made it this far in the video, so just go ahead, do us all a favor and click the subscribe button and join the family and get your life. So just to kind of like save time, I primed my skin off camera and I also did my brows. I just need to clean up my brows a little bit. So I'm going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. This is like my favorite. And I'm just gonna speed through this part because I have tons of brow tutorials. I do one every year. So just link my brow tutorials in the description box if you care for a brow tutorial. So brows are done, and I'm gonna put that leftover concealer on my lids. It's not much, but I just don't want the concealer to go to waste. So I'm gonna put it down as part of my eye base. We are gonna go in on top of this though with another eye base. And that eye base is going to be my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. Haven't used this in a while, so I just wanna give it a shot. The reason why I really do like my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly is because it's an emollient product. So it's naturally going to be thicker and it just helps the shadow stick to something nice and thick. So that's why I like it. I'm going to go in with the first pigment, which is the lightest one. And this is called Pink Opal. I'm going to use my Color du Jour number 5 brush. And I'm going to go in with it dry before I wet it. I don't know if I'm gonna wet it yet. It just depends on how well it shows up. Oh, whoa, okay. Oh, that is intense. That is great color payoff. Wow, it's like a really nice, like iridescent sort of color. I can't even explain it. It's cool though. Ooh, this is nice now. So before I go in with the dark pigment, I am going to apply a transition shade first. like I always do. And for my transition shade, I will be using MAC eyeshadow in the shade Bamboo. And I've hit pan with this already, so I use it quite a bit. This is my favorite transition shade. Like, I've literally been using this for years. I'm bringing this transition shade obviously like right above my crease and right below like where I put that brow highlight, but then I'm also bringing it inward like underneath that brow bone, so it's not like this harsh gap between the brow bone highlight and the rest of the shadow. Like, this transition shade is gonna help just blend those two colors together in this inner corner here to make it look a lot smoother and cleaner and just overall just better blended. So now moving on to the next pigment, which is in the shade Rich Purple. I'm gonna start out by applying this shade to my crease. The good thing about pigments is that you can definitely use them wet or dry. I'm going to go in with this particular shade dry. If I feel like it's not working for me, then I'll wet my brush a little bit. But for this, I'm gonna go in with my Color du Jour number 6 brush. And it's like her little tapered blending brush. Yeah, I'm gonna go into my crease with this Rich Purple. Whoa, hold on now. I was not ready. Okay, and I'm trying to work fast so the color doesn't like too much set. And I'm trying to blend this out. Ooh, hold on now. Don't want to feel like I'm losing control. Wow. And that was literally like the smallest amount on my brush. And I am like flicking it out a little bit. I will say that this pigment in particular, this Rich Purple, you definitely have to be comfortable with blending. Like, if you're not comfortable with blending, you're gonna find it to be a little challenging. You just gotta keep blending, baby. You really do, to get it to you know, how you want it to be, because when you initially put it on, it's gonna look skippy and you just have to blend it out. I'm trying to like make this side even with that side, because I clearly had more product on my brush when I went in on that side, so I'm just trying to even it out. I'm gonna try it now with a damp brush just to see. I mean, I don't have anything to lose at this point. I'm gonna go in with this really small NYX eyeshadow brush. It's the number B30. I'm gonna take my Color du Jour Prime and Set Spray and just spray my brush a little bit just so it's damp. I don't want it to be like soaking wet. I just want it to be a little damp when I pick up that pigment. Oh, do you see how much more pigmented that is? Because my brush was a little damp. Wow. When you're working with pigments, if you use a damp brush as opposed to a dry brush, when you're trying to pack on the pigment, you'll have a lot less fallout. I'm literally just patting it, that's all. And I'm concentrating this on the lowest part of the lid, the part that's closest to my lash line, and then I'm pulling it upward to the rest of my lid.
See you on the other side. Stay alive. Stay alive. Ooh, I got to keep it together. Keep it together.
Now this lid, in my opinion, I don't know why, it looks a little splotchy, but I'm not worried about it because I know I'm going to go over it with this purple glitter that's in this kit. But if I didn't have intentions on using that purple glitter though, I would be a little concerned. So at this point, I'm going to go in with this shade, and this is called Catchment. And I'm definitely going to wet my brush for this because it has like a little texture to it. So I know that that's not going to apply well dry. So I know I need to wet my brush for that particular shade. I'm going to use this brush to do this. This is like a smudge brush, but it doesn't have a name on it. So I'm assuming it's by Crown Brush. I'm going to work this into my inner tear duct. It just totally brightens that area. I'm gonna go in with this double-ended Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I'm gonna use the fluffy part to like just kind of soften this edge a little bit and just blend it in with the rest of the shadow. Boom. At this point, I'm going to pull out my lash glue because I'm going to use that as the base to adhere this purple glitter. And this purple glitter is in the shade Fuchsia. It's very pretty. It's just a dark purple glitter. And I'm literally just putting a little pea size of the glue right there. And I'm going to take a synthetic packing brush. I believe this one is by Laura Geller. I picked it up at Ulta. Now I'm just going to lay down a really thin layer of glue. And I'm going to use my ring finger to put the glitter on. And I'm just going to pat it on. Oh, that is gorgeous. It really just brings a completely different look to the entire thing. It was starting to get too dark and it was starting to go down a road I didn't like, but this glitter just brought it back to life. So we are done with this part. I'm just gonna go grab a makeup remover wipe and clean this up, and we will move on to the face. So since we just did that wiping away of all of the fallout with that makeup remover wipe, I am gonna go back in with a base. I tried a new technique yesterday and I actually really liked it. I pretty much took my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in the shade NW20 and my NYX Away We Glow Liquid Highlighter in the shade Crystal Glare, and I mixed the two, half and half. And then you pretty much just mix the two together. See like how glowy my skin looks because of this technique that I used. So now at this point it's just like business as usual, which is going in with my Prolong Wear Concealer in the shade NC15. my concealer, I like to pull it into my nose, like how I'm doing right now, to just create the illusion that I have a smaller nose than what I really have. And then of course I bring it down the middle to highlight the center of my nose. And then I like to work in the middle of my forehead. And I basically do this all while patting, like. And I put whatever's left over on my chin and above my lip. Then I'm gonna go in with my Color du Jour No More Shine translucent powder. I really feel like this powder just locks my makeup into place, and I really, really love the fact that it doesn't give me flashback. And just like we pulled that concealer in, we're also going to pull that powder in as well. And with the powder being on there, you can see how it just creates this illusion that you have a slimmer nose. And I'm going to let this bake, and I will be right back. We're going to start removing this powder that has been baking. It's been baking for roughly 5 minutes or so. So now I'm going to go in with my foundation powder, and I will be using the BH Studio Pro powder, the shade 230. Necessary, but I'm just gonna go in with my Sephora Bright Set in the shade Banana, and I'm just gonna use a teensy little bit of this to just work it underneath my under eyes. Not too much, just a little bit, because we all know that this Bright Set can give you flashbacks. So I'm just literally just gonna dust it underneath. Nothing crazy. So now I'm going to go in with my bronzer, which is my favorite bronzer, and that is the MAC Vibe Tribe Matte Bronze. I've been using this really just small fluffy brush to do so, and I just lightly contour with it. Just very lightly, nothing crazy. Debating if I want to even do an eyeliner on this look. I kind of don't want to. Like, I seriously don't. I think I just want to put on my mascara and pop on a lash and just let the eye just speak for itself. I think that's what I might do. But before I do that, I'm going to go in with my NYX Mosaic powder in the shade Truth. Now, this is one of my products that I had to do an emergency surgery on because travel a lot with my makeup, and this is unfortunately one of the products that just went over one of those bumps while I was traveling, and it just broke into a million pieces. So I had to do an emergency surgery and basically crush it all up, spray some alcohol in it, pat it, and then let it dry overnight, and it is like new. So we are going to go in with this, and I really like this Mosaic powder because, I mean, because it is a mosaic powder, it can act as like a blush almost. Like, it's pretty cool. And I wore this mosaic powder to a party a couple weeks ago that my cousin threw in honor of Jay-Z. We had like a Jay-Z listening party because, you know, he released his album 444. So my cousin put together this amazing like track list of all of these like classic Jay-Z songs. Oh my gosh, it was so epic. And I wore this mosaic powder to the party. You know your makeup's bomb if guys compliment your makeup. So yes. For my mascara today, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Original Mascara. Now for my lip liner, I'm going to go in with my NYX lip liner in the shade Espresso. I'm going to go in with my soft matte lip cream in the shade Cairo by NYX Cosmetics. Just really wanted a nude lip for this particular look because I really want this eye to be the star. So if I have like a soft muted lip, then it won't pull too much attention to this area of my face. Like, the attention will clearly be on my eyes, which is what I want. I'm gonna apply my Demi Wispies off camera and I will be back. So my lashes are applied. I just want to go into my lower lash line and kind of amp it up a little bit. So I am going to go in with this MAC eyeshadow in the shade Big One. So I'm going to just pop this as close to the lash line as I can. I'm going to go in with this smoky liner brush by EyeCandyCandice, and I'm gonna pick up this purple eyeshadow by Sephora. It's in the shade number 28 and it's called Purple Stilettos, and this is what it looks like. Very, very pretty purple. I'm going to go into my lower waterline with this Sephora kohl liner in Intense Black. I'm just going to smudge that liner out just a little bit. I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lash line as well as my falsies that I've applied off camera. I'm going to go in on top of this lip with NYX lipstick in the shade Summer Love. We're done. Look at this. And I purposely didn't add a highlight to my skin. Again, I just wanted the focus to be on this eye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for giving me feedback on what you wanted to see and responding in time enough for me to do this video. I know it was short notice, but you guys always come through for a girl. But yes, I'm so satisfied with how this look came out. And yes, until next time, I will see you guys later.